Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Command and Conquer. This is yet another GDI mission that has two branches. After the first several GDI missions are just a linear change, we just get branches all over the place. If my memory serves, both of these missions are pretty tricky, so we will see how we fare. We'll just go from left to right. These are actually two completely different missions, not the same mission with two different maps.
World news and opinion. 6 critical items transmitted.
Ground and air skirmishes between Nod and GDI forces escalated today when Nod, reacting to recent GDI funding cuts, launched a full-scale ground attack against GDI troops in Africa.
GDI spokesman continued to deny rumors of continued weapons tests involving orbiting laser cannons capable of leveling entire armies in seconds.
Exclusive photos smuggled out of the World Tiberium Research Center show evidence of serious ecological consequences in Tiberium-rich areas. Whether these unusual effects on plant life have any relationship to recent reports of Tiberium poisoning in humans remains to be seen.
And the death toll so far, God only knows. This is Greg Burdett standing in front of what GDI terrorists have left for the St. Olafsky orphanage.
Don't look so surprised, Commander. And don't look around for your Eva. It can't help you now.
Well, what shall we talk about, Your powerful GDI forces have been emasculated, and you yourself are a killer of children. Now, of course, it's not true. But the world only believes what the media tells them to believe. And I tell the media what to believe. It's really quite simple. Oh, there's your little pet. But now that I know where you live, Commander, it's only a matter of time. Were I in your shoes, I would spend my last earthly hours enjoying the world. Of course, if you wish, you can spend them fighting for a lost cause. But you know that you've lost.
Defense Condition Field Briefing. GDI equipment in Area 18 is in urgent need of repair. This mission is of great tactical importance. Nod forces still threaten Salzburg. GDI needs to establish headquarters for rapid GDI deployment. Your mission: repair as many ground weapons, armored vehicles, and buildings as possible.
Boy, there was a lot to digest in that briefing video. First of all, we got a whole lot of background information from the fact that Nod is launching major offensives against GDI, to implications that there's some kind of powerful satellite weapon in development, and indications that Tiberium is starting to cause serious ecological consequences. Then we got our first real interaction with Kane. Now, we saw Kane briefly when we got that glimpse of a propaganda video, and Kane shot one of the cameras. But this time, Kane addressed us as the GDI commander directly. So that was pretty cool. And then we can see that the fallout from all the Nod propaganda and GDI being defunded is continuing to have serious problems for us. This mission introduces us to the repair pad. We can use it to repair vehicles. Now, in this game, you cannot queue up multiple vehicles to be repaired. You just have to do it one at a time. We are going to have to use the repair pad to keep our vehicles intact because we have no weapons factory for building new ones. We have no construction yard for building a new weapons factory, so these vehicles are all we get. However, we can train new infantry, so at least there's a small silver lining. And we do have a refinery for getting new resources. So the situation is not completely hopeless. Now, I seem to remember that historically, this has been a pretty buggy mission when I try to play it on modern hardware. It has a tendency to crash on me, especially if I move units to the northernmost part of the map. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we're able to complete this mission without any crashes. I think we should be able to. If it reaches a point where the mission is just crashing like crazy and I can't seem to complete it, I'll just show as much of it as I can and we'll shrug and move on. But I don't think it's likely to come to that. Okay, calm down, guys. No need to destroy the sandbags. Still can't sell our own sandbags. Alright, all of our vehicles are pretty damaged, it seems. I'm not going to bother making much in the way of anti-vehicle infantry because we've got these medium tanks. Those should be pretty good for anti-vehicle operations. We are also first introduced to the rocket launcher, also known as the MLRS, or Mobile Launch Rocket System, which, like many of the weapons in this game, is based on real-life weapons equipment from about the era in which this game was made. Essentially, it's an artillery piece. I do like the rocket launcher unit. It sadly does not have the range to outrange Nod defensive structures. However, it is extremely effective against enemy infantry. I mean very effective against enemy infantry. So we're going to be using it largely in that capacity. It's also very good against enemy buildings and light vehicles. It is not great against enemy heavy vehicles, unfortunately. But hey, nothing can be good at everything. They're also pretty fragile, so we are going to want to keep our rocket launchers in the back, away from the action to the maximum extent possible. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and send my grenadiers on some suicide scouting missions. We need to start getting a view of the map. Alright, and I am going to make some engineers in preparation for doing a cheesy engie drop, because it's just such a great tactic that we're going to be seeing me using that one a lot, especially on tough missions like this one, where we have pretty limited forces at our disposal. Oh, what a cheeky enemy artillery. Oh, it looked like he was going to do something smart and try to shell our base from up here where it would be difficult to get at him, but then he decided to just derp out, so never mind. You can see our rocket launcher here, taking pot shots at the enemy infantry. You can see how effective it is. It has basically a fire round, an incendiary round, which is why it's so good against them. I'm going to make one more engineer. Got an enemy tank coming in, but between our infantry squad and our own tanks, we will be able to take it out quite comfortably. Unless all our infantry get squished. We will try to avoid having that happen. Okay, it's going for the squish. Run away, guys, run away. Okay, we got it. Where was that grenadier? I saw that we had a grenadier in this group. He'll get everybody killed. That's not him. Where was he? Gotcha. Any others? Minigunner. Minigunner. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I think we've got 3 engineers now. Yes. How are our vehicles looking? Looking good, looking good, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, another enemy tank. Oh, oh no! Oh, he's going for the squish. He's squishing tons of guys. Alright, that was a little devastating. We lost a bunch of troops there. Alright, I think all our vehicles are pretty repaired up. This tank took some damage in the fighting. Alright. I think I'm going to change my mind and make a few bazooka troops to help supplement our anti-vehicle capabilities. Just a few. They're very fragile. And they're kind of pricey, but they are pretty good against enemy vehicles. Especially in large groups. They can take them out pretty fast. Do a bit more scouting. See if we can find anything interesting. Oh, we have found an enemy infantry down here. Alright, now for more minigunners. So now we're just going to prepare an attack force, as we also continue scouting out the map. Oh, there's the enemy harvester. Taking out their harvester for economic harassment might be a good play. I think in order to accomplish that, we'll get together our tanks and an infantry squad. We will use all kinds of dirty tricks in this mission, since the enemy has a full base and we are fairly crippled in our production capabilities. I think I saw some enemy flame infantry, which is a scary thing when we're relying primarily on infantry for our attack forces. But if we can hit them from both sides... kind of missed with that grenade. Come on, man. Alright, well, that single flame infantry managed to destroy a whole bunch of our infantry, well, 3 of them. Still, the demonstration of how effective flamethrowers are against our infantry. Enemy tank cheekily parking right there. Oh, and there is another tank here trying to kill our scout. This kind of has the look of some kind of fancy rear entrance that we might be able to use for some clever maneuvers. But I still have that plan for economic harassment, which might be easier. Alright, we took out the enemy artillery. I'm not sure if we've seen an enemy artillery before. Was that the first one we've seen? They're very slow, very cumbersome. They also have an extremely slow turn rate, which actually is relevant in battle. Their range is not as good as you might expect from an artillery unit. However, they too have an incendiary charge round, which is very good against infantry, and absolutely devastating against light structures. They're fairly similar to the MLRS, not quite as good, but also a lot cheaper. Okay, maybe we will camp out and wait for the harvester to come back. Once again, this just is not my favorite music track. Let's do On the Prowl. It's just really, really intrusive when I'm trying to commentate, and it's hard to even concentrate with that really, really heavy pounding music playing. I do like the more atmospheric tracks. Another artillery who could really make mincemeat out of our infantry, but fortunately we destroyed it first. Now that looks like a... Is that all flamethrowers? No, it's a mixed group of flamethrowers and rocket soldiers. Oh, they're on the move. Where are they off to? Okay, so if we attack them from all sides, hopefully they won't be able to flame us all at once. Okay, that's going very poorly. Alright, we lost everybody because the enemy flamethrowers are extremely effective against our infantry. Okay, looks like he's dead. Artillery versus artillery. It's actually not a good trade for us, because why are you damaged? Get back to the repair bay then. Alright, took out their artillery. You see how fragile Nod artillery are. Even just a handful of minigunners caused them to quickly explode in a fireball. Yet another one. They are really having fun with this artillery attack. So far, Nod and we, is that grammatical? Probably not, are having sort of a back and forth where we're not really accomplishing much, either of us. Though we are slowly pushing our own line northward, so I think we're gradually gaining the edge here. Where is my... There it is, my engineer APC. I don't want to confuse it with my other forces.
Building.
Let's resume our scouting expedition up here now that that Nod light tank appears to be gone. Alright, the enemy harvester is coming back. Let's prepare our units for finishing it off. It should be heavily damaged. In red alert, ore trucks, that game's equivalent of harvesters, will automatically heal back up to 50% hit points, but harvesters in this game don't. Where the heck? Where'd it go? It might actually be going to harvest from a different Tiberium field. They will do that. It is one of the cooler things about the AI. If a harvester has taken heavy damage in a particular Tiberium field, it'll go find a different one to harvest from. And that is in fact exactly what he did. So we were outmaneuvered there. Well played to him. It looks like we lost our infantry, so there's something up there that is taking out our scouts. Maybe I should send an entire squad. Either all of them will die, and this will turn out to have been a very stupid decision, or we'll figure out whatever keeps killing my scouting parties and eliminate it. Oh, there's an enemy tank. As long as it just sits there, the squadron of infantry, or rather squad of infantry, will take it out. And it's not moving to squish them, so... easy win for the infantry. We should be able to finish off the harvester as it comes back. And what keeps killing my scouts? Let's find out. Ah, it's the light tank. Turns out it didn't go anywhere after all. It was just hiding in the fog of war. Very sneaky. No, 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 no. When your units get too close to tanks is when they like to go for the squish. Okay. That, we just pretty much lost that whole squad. Looks like we got the enemy harvester while we weren't watching. And the enemy is now very cross with us. Let's retreat to our defensive line, where we can fight their counterattack properly. Oh, that's a lot of tanks. I think I might need more rocket soldiers. I think I'm just going to leave this alone up here. I'm just going to go in through the front door.
Unit ready. Building.
I think it's time to actually build up a force to assault the enemy base. We've been pussyfooting around long enough.
Building.
Where is he going? You can tell which direction the enemy's going by which way their turret is pointing. For vehicles, I mean. Oh, he wants to attack that infantry, but couldn't even see because he was so well camouflaged. Okay, X, scatter, scatter, guys. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, look at the squishes going on. This guy's elite. An elite squishing machine. It's going real bad. Okay. Let's just take our vehicle force and go deal with that other light tank. They are in a squishing mood. The enemy's micro when it comes to squishing, when they feel like it, is really good. So we've lost almost all of our infantry. Infantry are incredibly fragile. When we're able to build vehicles, we will almost exclusively build vehicles because they're so much more durable. Infantry have a tendency to just get killed en masse. So they're not very useful once you can build vehicles. Heavy vehicles especially. Alright, let's get in there.
Building.
I'm tired of messing around. We'll lead with our infantry, since the enemy has a light tank. I mean, it might squish them, but at least its tank gun won't be very effective against them. No. Humvees, stay back. Stay back. APCs too. Alright, get in there. No. Don't provoke it into squishing. Okay. It was apparently really low on hit points. There's my engineer APC. I think the enemy harvester is currently in the process of harvesting. Maybe not. I thought they had two. Alright, well, let's take this one out. Makes the enemy very angry and they come to sort us out. Okay, we better turn our attention to them. Guard mode. Fire at will, men. Choose your own targets. Okay, now... Well, get the flamers. And now focus on the enemy turrets. Okay, turn back on the harvester before he squishes everybody. Pick scatter. This is going very poorly. Let's get the engineers in there. If we can at least pull off an NG drop, we can salvage something out of this attack. Which is really not going well. We've lost all our infantry again. Infantry are so fragile, it's ridiculous. Alright, go deal with the enemy infantry. Where's their construction yard? Capture the construction yard, capture this so we can build something next to it. Capture this for money. Okay, good. Let's make a Hand of Nod. Let's take out their Hand of Nod. I'm sick and tired of their infantry. Alright, crank out more engineers. Okay, we got their Hand of Nod. This is another track that I really like. Very atmospheric. Okay, we got some money from that one. Oh, can we build rocket soldiers out of Hand of Nod? We can. Good. We're gonna want them for that light tank. Okay. Man, the light tank squishing powers are incredible. Can we build a turret? Since we... Yeah, we can. The enemy's only going to be building vehicles now, since we captured their construction yard and took out the Hand of Nod. So a defensive turret would do well for us here. He has purchased a light tank. But that turret, thanks to the fact that we can repair it, will be able to hold off an infinite number of light tanks. However, if he's not going to come for us, we're going to have to go over to him. Okay, that is a lot of light tanks. I think I have been bested. And, alright, that was a very good purchase, considering all my rocket infantry. Oh my god, he is just cranking them out. Okay, you need to target intelligently. You need to kill the enemy tank. You need to cancel this engineer so I can actually repair. I'm going to need another engineer for capturing stuff, I think. I mean, there are other ways of accomplishing this, but... Ah, jeez.
Building.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The infantry squad are going to perform a screening action, hopefully giving our engineer time to... Ah, jeez, let's just sell the comm center. We don't really need it.
Unit.
There. Needed to finish that engineer. Hopefully giving him time to get in and capture the enemy's airfield.
Building.
Prepare another gun turret.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Get up here, guys.
Got it. Reporting. Moving out.
Alright, you're the diversion. You're probably all gonna die to squish.
Ready and waiting.
Construction
Actually,
complete.
jeez.
Yes,
Cancel.
sir. Not a problem.
I want another engineer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think...
Reporting. Yes,
Okay, yeah, let's go for their airfield
Acknowledged.
Unit.
and the refinery. Now let's prepare a turret.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Oh, if the tanks are just gonna sit there... Okay, nope, going for the squish.
Nod buildings. held.
Okay, perfect. That was beautiful.
Construction.
This is our win now.
Our base is under attack.
And finally we can replace our vehicles. Well, not our GDI vehicles, but,
Building. Unit.
you know, we'll be able to build Nod vehicles, and that's a heck of a lot better than nothing. See that the one turret is able to comfortably take out 2 enemy tanks as long as it's under repair. Now, I think I want speed, so I'm going to build some recon bikes. Actually, maybe one more engineer.
Cancel. Building.
I'm going to capture this and hope I get tons of money from it. What a cheeky little git.
Unit ready.
Didn't I send a minigunner to deal with him?
Unit ready.
Roger. Yes, sir.
Go sort him out. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's my minigunner! I'm so stupid. Attacking an enemy power plant. Good lord.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I swear, I have the derpiest moments sometimes. Okay, I don't think we need the defensive
Nod
turrets
building
anymore.
captured.
Alright, we got a big pile of money from that.
Ready and waiting.
Get in there, guys. Start blowing stuff up.
Reporting.
Construction complete.
Okay, I think we're in the mop-up phase now. Looks like this is going to be a one-mission video. This was a fairly difficult mission, as I remembered.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Ooh, enemy flamethrowers. Maybe I'm going to want some buggies, too.
Unit lost.
Buggies are pretty good at dealing with flamethrowers.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, finally chased that guy down.
Building.
Combination of bikes and attack buggies to track down and eliminate the remaining Nod forces. Let's just check our text briefing. Nod has a base in this region. Destroy all Nod units and structures. As I expected.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Most missions are variations of destroy all Nod units and structures.
Construction complete. Building.
So it looks like if we had managed to get some forces up here, we would in fact have been able to... Well, we wouldn't have been able to get at the construction yards, so it wouldn't really have been that useful.
Building.
Yes, moving out. Unit reporting.
Construction complete. Building. Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, this should be enough of a hunt and destroy force that we're able to use it to get the remaining enemies.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, knowledge.
Suppose we can build a little bit more. And those guys cannot even keep up with the repair on that SAM site.
Reinforcements
Yes,
have
sir.
arrived.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. You moving out. Unit, yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Moving, waiting, moving out.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
Reinforcements
The
have
speed of
arrived.
Nod forces is well appreciated. Sometimes it can feel very ponderous having to rely on GDI vehicles.
Yes,
The
sir.
GDI vehicles are heavier and more durable, so, you know, it's a give and take.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Acknowledged.
The recon bikes will deal with the tank, and the buggies will deal with the flamers. Alright, hopefully this SAM site is the last thing left on the map. Alright, time to make a save, I think. Oh, right, there's still that SAM site. Hopefully this is the last thing on the map. Oh, great, I see a SAM site there. Good lord. What are you idiots doing? Get over there. Their pathing just can't handle it. There's too many twists and turns. There's either. Yeah, I think they're just giving up. It's too far away. Not as the crow flies, but, you know, trying to find a path through all this winding terrain. Apparently they just can't handle it. Nod's setup of having reinforcements airlifted in is certainly more realistic than a field factory that somehow manufactures new units in the middle of a battle. I never really took that very literally. I always just kind of interpret the way this is going on as marshaling your forces, like just sort of an abstract representation of marshaling your forces, calling in reinforcements and stuff, rather than your literally manufacturing new vehicles in the middle of the battlefield. Alright, and that's our win. That looks a lot more like a Red Alert cutscene than a Command & Conquer one, because Red Alert does have paratroopers, but Command & Conquer does not. You can airdrop guys in by Chinook. Now you can tell that, I mean, I played this mission not great, but also that it's kind of a tough mission by the fact that our casualties were almost as heavy as the enemies, because we had to rely so heavily on infantry. It's much easier when we actually have the capacity to build vehicles. Anyway, it took me a while to beat that one. Whoa, what happened to my voice there? Hopefully that was good fun for you guys. Anyway, took me a while to get through that, so this is going to be a one-mission video. We're going to go ahead and do the other variation of GDI Mission 8 in the next video. If anything, that one's probably even trickier than this mission. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.